Well, I don't know if that worked or not. I'm just kind of trying to figure this out now. Gotta try to get started again. Hold on. See if I can figure this out here. Okay, I started my new live thingy. And go to this thing. Did it work? Apparently not. Maybe this one will work. I'm incredibly confused. That's all I can say right now. So I'm just gonna hold this right here. You know, I guess I've got it. Yeah, I think I got it. I don't know. So yeah, this is a really fun, iffy way to do the 1,000 sub stream. Got kind of hacked, and certainly going to be memorable. That's for sure. Hope they don't take that down. It's a shame if they do. Let's see here. I think I got it. Zoro's trying to help me figure this out. I'm trying to set it up so I can actually like see the comments easier, but you know, spread it around, I guess. We got all the good stuff out of the way. Who knows? You know what? Nah. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Well, apparently, that was kind of fun. Yeah, so I don't know how this is going to work now, but well, I just want to say this. I might get another video up to continue this stream, but it's kind of all gotten sort of discombobulated. So I'm trying to figure out how to set this up, and I don't know. If you guys want me to keep going, I guess I'll keep going. I say why not? Why the hell not? Honestly, but yeah, I don't know. I'm getting kind of frustrated trying to figure this out now. But damn trolls, the bane of my existence. So yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah, send in. I guess so. Right as of right now, just send in some questions. We'll do some Q&A stuff. For anybody that watched the video before or joined in, thanks for coming in. If you didn't come in before, yeah. So it was a pretty good discussion, and it was pretty hilarious, even though it kind of ended. But yeah. So all in all, a pretty enjoyable 1,000 subs so far. So yeah. Random. Oh, let's see. I'm just trying to figure this out. This is always fun. Let's see. Looking at my thing. Still looks like I'm going to have to refresh the page, but at least it's all there. Yeah, all right. Yep, we're back. We're back. JT Money 91. Yes, sirree. Yes, sirree. Dude, that's just annoying. I don't know, but I apologize for that, everybody. So yeah, I'll probably just wind this up now. We'll see what we'll do. Just to let you guys know, I guess since there's really not much going on, I'll give you guys kind of the laydown for some of my future plans for the channel. Basically, after doing this, if you guys haven't sent any questions into my Q&A announcement that I made before, please send them in. Definitely, or you can answer them here, I guess. But I'm gonna try and do like a full-on, big Q&A video separately that I'm probably gonna release in a couple days. Also, I'm going to be formatting the channel, and I'm actually going to be doing more live streams, probably on a weekly basis, and I'll be discussing some news items. So you can definitely look forward to that. Also, probably going to just try to put like a couple more uploads, just try to make it more consistent. Oh yeah, and of course, try to do some more discussions with the fandom group as much as I can. And oh yeah, by the way, if any of you guys are interested, check out my Film Fanatics podcast. I basically review pretty much every new release with these guys, so check them out. And we have a lot of good discussions there. So if you guys are interested about what's going on with movies and want to be directed towards some good ones, and avoiding some bad ones, we kind of do that for you. Let's see. I wonder where Dead was anyway. He hasn't really shown up yet. Oh yeah, the Majin Buu Kirby deathmatch. I actually didn't see that, but I was told about the other day by one of my friends. At the Death Battle guys, I really do like some of their stuff, but the whole Goku versus Superman thing kind of got me a little bit. I know it's silly at the end of the day, but seriously though, I feel like Goku could just crush Superman, but that's just me. I did not see it, but I do want to check it out. It's kind of funny. Kirby basically is Boo, if you think about it. They have very similar powers, designs, basically the same. Kind of curious who won. Don't spoil it for me. Batman Beyond versus Batman the Animated Series. Which one you think is better? Ooh, that is a tough question right there. Couldn't. Yeah. Yeah, I tried to figure out the way to set this up, guys, but I'm just going to refresh the page because I tried to access live from there and it just didn't work. So, but anyway, yeah, in terms of the Batman Beyond versus Batman the Animated Series, that's a really tough question. I think that Batman the Animated Series is probably, I mean, it's the foundation for the whole DCAU, so it's pretty awesome. I'm actually gonna say overall Batman the Animated Series better because I think overall the episodes are all pretty good. There are I don't think there are any really bad episodes of Batman the Animated Series. There are some bad episodes of Batman Beyond. However, I actually think Batman Beyond is ultimately cooler, and I've always kind of preferred a little more. Like, the first 2 seasons of Batman Beyond are amazing, but the last season had like a couple good episodes, and that was it. FMA versus FMA Brotherhood. Come on, really? What kind of question is that? Well, I mean, the first series is just fantastic, but the ending kind of is a bit questionable. Brotherhood. All right, go on record to say that Brotherhood is technically better because it has an established ending and that actually works, and it kind of is all encompassing with the whole series in and of itself. But man, I still prefer the first series. Everybody knows that. It's just fantastic. Oh yeah, thanks. Oh, it's Troll. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, this is kind of like take 2, honestly. Man, because you should see the other one. We got hacked, and there was all kinds of silly stuff going on at the end. Yeah, Batman Beyond movie would be pretty amazing if done right, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I've heard rumors that they're actually thinking about doing that. Would there be enough of a fan base for it? I think there would be. But no, that's just me. Oops, silly me. Oops. Wow. Some host I am. I didn't even post the new link. Hold on a second. Duh. Yeah. Yeah, jump on in, guys, if you feel like it still. I'm getting hoarse talking already, but yeah, I don't know. I can't really pick. I've always thought of the FMA series. It's kind of like a compendium. You know, when Brotherhood first came out, I was really resistant to it. But after I started watching it, I realized it was really good. Has some problems, but it's still really well done. You kind of have to watch them together, man. I mean, both series have individual aspects that are great. They kind of even each other out. So it's just worth checking them out. Hey, Styles, what's up, man? How you doing? Top 5 favorite characters in DBZ. You said Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, Bardock, and Gohan / Future Trunks. Oh, that's a tie. Well, I've always really liked Krillin because he was kind of the underdog. Piccolo is definitely up there. Gohan's great. That actually gets a little bit tougher. Future Trunks is awesome. And if I had to pick a 5th one, the 5th one's actually probably the hardest one. Don't know. I'm just gonna say Jirobe. He's my number 5. But yeah, absolutely. I don't know. Let's put some other people on the spot though. Hero. Mm-hmm. Top 5 favorite DBZ characters. Go.
DBZ characters. Oh, you mean Dragon Ball also, though?
Well, it's Dragon Ball all together, of course. But you put it on me, man. So
okay,
I gotta hear it.
All right, I got you. I got Goku.
Okay.
I got Vegeta.
Vegeta.
I got Piccolo.
I
got Gohan. And I think I got Frieza for the end.
Oh, Frieza.
Yeah, Frieza.
Why is Frieza in your top 5, man? He's a dick, and he has none. Think about that.
Asexual reproduction.
That's right.
Yeah, man, as a villain, like, he has the standard of being like this very violent motherfucker. But not just that, man. He's not just that. He's a dictator. He's a pirate. He's a space pirate. He's royalty.
I want someone to clarify this for me. Is Frieza an empirical warlord, or is he a space pirate?
Maybe he's both, man. Maybe he's actually royalty, but people view him as a pirate. I mean,
Good question.
No, Zoro, you know about this from One Piece. Okay, Can you be a pirate, but also have an established empire. Because being a pirate, you have to be nomadic in nature.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's a very interesting point. Yeah. You can't have a homeland if you're sailing this. Yeah, that's true. Wow.
I mean, like you're
Can
going.
you think of any examples of pirates that have homelands like that?
You're raiding all the different government bodies. You don't want to establish your own because you're fighting the power. You're
exactly, but I mean, ultimately his goal was to establish that he was the ultimate power in the universe. So his end goal was to be an established power, regardless if he already had an established power before that.
I suppose.
He wanted to be the ruler of the universe.
Did he really? Did he really?
What happened?
Yeah, I think he did actually.
We were talking about Frieza and whether or not he possibly was a pirate in the sense that he was just trying to, do his thing that way, or was he an imperial ruler?
Wait. Frieza, Lord Frieza as a pirate.
Lord Fraser.
Not a
Fraser?
Lord Kelsey Grammer. Can you imagine that? Frieza was voiced by Kelsey Grammer.
I do agree that you can't be a pirate if you already have an established land. Like, it's just...
Right.
We never saw Frieza's homeland.
I'm hoping for that with the new movie, that we see his culture, his race,
backstory.
Yeah, something like that. That's actually what I'm most hyped for, just like Frieza,
Now, some people think that actually bringing back an established villain like that might be a bad move instead of bringing back an original villain.
Depends how it's handled.
But the original villain might suck altogether. It might be irrelevant, just for that one movie.
I'm comparing.
Look how much impact.
I'm comparing
because Frieza's special, man. Yeah, but Frieza's special, man. He's the foil to Goku, man. He's the originator. He has so much roots with the Saiyan race, and that's undeniable. He has a presence, even when he's gone. He left an influence on the series. I mean, for fuck's sakes, even Beers was said, well, I gotta go kill Frieza. It's they already killed him.
What?
No, I compare it to, Dio in JoJo's, where, Dio is the most iconic villain in the series, but Dio has, the biggest influence, and he keeps, I don't want to say he keeps coming back, but in certain ways he keeps coming back, if you know what I mean. I don't want to spoil people.
Yeah. I mean, look at Part 5, Part 6, man. You got the Italian, who, and then in Part 6 you got the whole follower of Dio, Enrico Pucci.
Yeah, and then even in Part 7 to an extent,
Yeah, you got Dago Brando.
Yeah, so that's exactly how I'm viewing this movie. Frieza's the most iconic villain, and this movie is just just cementing his presence in the series.
That's true. I mean, it's fine. I'm fine with it. I just think I know some people are kind of giving
it. Even if you take the other movies, look at the Cooler films they did with Frieza. They're part of his family. Even in the Fusion Reborn, Frieza makes an appearance again.
It depends how they handle it, though. I mean, if they're bringing back Frieza... Oh, sorry, Kai, go ahead.
I said Fusion Reborn, he was only there for 5 seconds, and that was just embarrassing.
Yeah, but he still showed up compared to any other main villain.
Yeah.
You could have had Radix, you could have had Nappa, you could have had any other movie villain. No, they picked Frieza.
Well, I don't know about Nappa for the big reveal, though.
Yeah.
That's right, man.
No, but, I mean, it depends how they handle this whole situation. I mean, if they bring back Frieza just to bring him back just because he's a name, I feel like it won't be as impactful as if they kind of maybe explore some of the things that they missed out on the first time around,
Yeah.
Because as much as I love Frieza, he was pretty straightforward. We didn't really get too much to know about him. Maybe there isn't much to know about him. Maybe he's pretty just that simple.
He was mysterious, man, because we don't know anything about him. We don't even know what kind of creature he is.
That's
what I'm saying.
He's a mutant.
About his culture, about his past, about his family.
I'm with you. I do too.
Yeah, the only I think I guess I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but I guess the thing that we can latch onto that we can hope is expressed in the movie was Frieza's relationship with his parents, because when Goku was fighting Frieza, there was this one scene, a pretty iconic scene in the fight, I'd say, when Goku kicks him through 2 islands, and then Goku's like, "Oh, that should have hurt him really a lot," but then Frieza just stands up and dusts himself off on the shoulder and stuff and goes "I've never had to do that except from my parents." So his parents probably abused him or gave him discipline as a kid.
Well, I heard that. I thought that
was something else.
I thought that King Cold sparred with Frieza when he was younger. That's the only training he really ever had.
Yeah. Something like that was said in DBZ Kai's dub, in the sub and in the manga, it was sort of implied that Frieza and King Cold like.
Didn't get along.
Yeah, Frieza, like it's interesting because even though Frieza is like this murderous, like pretty much totally evil guy, he still calls King Cold Papa, you know. So he has some affection for him. But then, but then notice when Trunks kills Frieza, like King Cold doesn't even like fucking care about him. He goes like, "Oh, you killed Frieza. Why don't you take his place as my son?"
Well, to be fair though.
Yeah, what a dick.
Dude, they're called cold for a reason.
He didn't see like his son get like completely owned by this guy. Maybe he wanted to be a little sly about it.
Maybe.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I could see it both ways. I don't think he really cared, but I don't know. I think he was pretty eager to still kill him though when he got to handle that sword though.
Well, I don't know, man. It could be like a hierarchy kind of thing where only if you're strong enough, then you're worthy to be part of the family. But
yeah, that's kind of the way their whole
genetically they look alike, you know. So it's, I don't think it's like it's only a power thing, you know.
Yeah.
Definitely it's done.
power thing.
But I mean, they must have a civilization if King Cold is a king, right?
Yeah.
Well, they have that particular race must have some kind of bloodline that's considered royalty, but they kind of induct all these other random races, and they only pick the strongest of those races to be in their army.
Right. Like they did with the Ginyu Force and Zarbon and there's one more thing I wanted to say about Frieza's race because I think it was a Q&A. It was either this year or last year by the time like Battle of Gods was released. But Toriyama did like this 12-question Q&A I think it was with V-Jump. I think it was V-Jump or Psycho Jump or one of the magazines, and basically he was talking about like Frieza's race, but very little about it. And he said that Frieza and Cold are pretty much considered mutants of whatever race they're a part of. So he didn't like name them, but he explicitly called them mutants of that said race. So
I've heard about it.
Yeah,
it's still pretty vague, though. I mean, it still doesn't offer.
So they're the X-Men of their race.
Yeah,
basically.
Even though they're a race, they're kind of oddballs.
right.
Well, to think about it, though, I mean, it makes sense though because look at humans. I mean, most humans obviously don't have that much potential, but some are far more powerful. So, I mean, that's one thing that's kind of funny. It's never really mentioned about Dragon Ball, but you notice that all these different races somehow tapped into the key martial arts. They learned how to fly. They learned to shoot energy blasts. It's out there, you know, and somebody like Frieza didn't even really like study some form of martial arts. It just kind of came naturally. So, that'd be interesting if they explain that somehow.
And that I think is like especially when it comes to the Saiyans, I think it's like I think it's one of the biggest misconceptions among like the DB fandom because they assume that like the Saiyans were this very powerful race. They really weren't.
Really.
Like, yeah, exactly. Unless they were a Super Saiyan, they were like Nail alone could have probably soloed any member of the Saiyan race because I mean you saw his power level and you saw Bardock who was only like 10,000.
Well, because I mean the Namekians, man, as a whole, they were more dangerous threat than the Saiyans. Though.
Yeah,
like Dodoria.
The Saiyans had the potential, though.
They were all Super Saiyans.
You know what? I think I always kind of wondered because the Saiyans have this really, really competitive streak, right? Mm-hmm. And obviously they get more powerful the more they fight. If their whole society is based around fighting, why didn't they destroy each other a long time ago?
That's a pretty interesting question.
Because think about it, like literally once, I mean, Vegeta's pretty strong, sure, but I mean, even he was established as being the elite. Somebody like Goku, they had a couple of scenarios where they were pushed to their limits. Their power level shoots up a lot, a couple of dramatic times. All these specific Saiyan warriors, which is most of the race, are going off fighting constantly, and they never have random boosts of power. I mean, I'm surprised that they didn't destroy each other in their planet centuries ago. You know, I don't. It's kind of
and it's all the more confusing because Saiyans don't love one another anyway. Like the only Saiyans who loved, like full-blooded Saiyans who loved, were Bardock with Gine, his wife, or Goku's mother.
They don't care about each other.
And that was kind of just recently told to us, you know.
Yeah. And
that's probably that. Yeah.
See, what made Goku special among like all the other Saiyans was that when he bonked his head, he gained like humanity, like he gained a heart. That's what made him special in comparison to other Saiyans.
I'm glad you
don't think that any other Saiyans bopped their heads in the media?
Hey,
I mean, now it's Super Saiyan God and the ritual. Like you have to be pure-hearted.
First of all, Goku's unique, but I'm glad you brought that up, Z, because this is a misconception from the fandom. You guys are gonna hear from me. The Saiyans are not nice people. Okay?
Right.
And people put hands on this pedestal like these great, honorable people. They were worse than Frieza. They voluntarily worked for Frieza because they liked wiping people out.
Exactly.
Saiyans are an evil group of people for the most part.
Yeah.
They were dicks.
Look at Vegeta's dad, man. He's an asshole.
King Vegeta, man.
King Vegeta didn't even love Vegeta. He said it in the anime too. Well, the subbed anime at least, but yeah.
You know, here's the thing that I'm getting so curious right now about this discussion about Saiyans. Like, were they all just naturally just born evil, or did someone make them that way?
Ooh, that whole old question. Well,
I mean,
They were just a force of nature. If you have power, you tend to abuse it. You know.
Yeah,
And that kind of makes you an asshole.
they're
we know about the Saiyans. They were kind of like underprivileged. They really didn't have a lot of technology. They were kind of struggling.
Right.
So their power was all they really had. It was survival of the fittest. So just kind of became perceived as evil, I guess. I don't know.
right.
You know, to me, the way we're going about this, when you mentioned this earlier, Merlin, because I was thinking the way these Saiyans are brought up, you would think they would have some sort of hierarchy where they would have some sort of like ritual where they would fight amongst the strongest and the survivor would, be the next king or something.
I mean, well, royalty was already determined via the bloodline anyway.
Well,
Vegeta.
but think about it. It's like on Game of Thrones. The bloodline is basically whoever kills the last guy.
Right.
Yeah, it's that thing where like whoever's the strongest should be the royalty, not the. And because of that, I feel like that's how their blood is. Okay, let's put it this way: how are they assigned by blood? How can they tell like which blood is royal or not? And I think it goes down to like very primitive basics where whoever's the strongest one should become the royal blood family.
Well, it's assumed that like the people in the strongest bloodline are going to give birth to the strongest. So I guess King Vegeta or maybe his line took over and then said, "Hey, we're going to assume you guys are the strongest, and you guys on Bardock are all the way down here." You know,
Right.
but they didn't think openly. But remember though, power levels are not finite. They're a misconception. Toriyama said that.
Right.
Power levels don't tell the truth. It's all on surface.
Yep.
Can't judge somebody by what the scouter says.
Right.
You know, I just love how our Frieza discussion went to a Saiyan discussion.
Well, you know what?
Interesting. Very interesting.
It's not to say it. It's 1,000 subscribers. I think we can all say it. It always goes back.
Always comes back to Dragon.
Oh, it comes back to Dragon.
Always. And that's the big difference between, like, for example, the Saiyans and the Kryptonians. Like, the Kryptonians is a very advanced race of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The Saiyans were much more.
They're
much
primitive.
more of a primitive race. Yeah, much more primitive, definitely. So, it's interesting. I mean, if only they released something about the Saiyans. I just feel like this is a lot more that they could cover. But
there is, man. You could bring up a whole fantasy series or dark fantasy with the Saiyan race.
That would be pretty.
Honestly, Dragon Ball has a lot of potential. You could have a lot of different series that are spin-offs of that.
the entire universe, the entire universe.
And that's kind of like credit, and that kind of like harkens back to like Toriyama's, I guess, I don't want to call it writing style, but he always ends up like he even says this like in his when he's talking about the ending to Battle Gods, he always like leaves situations sometimes open-ended so that there is a chance for it to continue on. Like the reason he made Beerus win against Goku at the end was because he wanted to give the reader or the audience the impression that there is more. And that's kind of like why Goku left with Oob at the end of the manga.
Always leaves you wanting more, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a good storytelling. If you want more from the story, I mean, look at it. Think about it. The fact that we're still getting more movies and more information shows how popular it is. People love it. People want more, and that's good. It endures, you know. Good thing.
I don't think we'll ever, as long as Toriyama is alive, I can almost certainly say that we'll never get a Dragon Ball product with like definitive closure. You know what I mean? I don't think that'll
So you're thinking that he's gonna die and we'll never get closure. That sucks.
I mean,
nobody wants it. Like there will never be like a canon ending, like an official ending.
It doesn't have to.
You don't think that there ever should be a conclusion to this?
No.
I don't. No, listen.
It has to be.
If Dragon Ball Evolution didn't kill Dragon Ball, nothing is ever gonna kill it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're giving that shitty movie power. That movie does not deserve that.
Nobody took that movie seriously. I didn't.
Hey, man, like, listen, like, it's going after
We couldn't kill anything. Sorry. Let's be real here. All right.
Maybe it killed a few players.
As much as we love Dragon Ball, at some point it's gonna have to end.
You think so?
It
I mean,
has to. Unless it's an ever-expanding universe, you can go like One Piece, make it 15 years of continuing storyline. But I just don't see that happening. I mean, at one point, you're just going to have to eventually say, okay, we've done everything we've done, and we just got to end it. It's been going on for how long already? Like,
well, look,
30 years,
look how many manga are like running for decades, though. Look at Go-Go 13.
Sure, but that's what kind of episodic, though. These like Case Closed, Go-Go 13. These are kind of these are things that aren't really evolving storylines.
Yeah, it's interesting because like even though Dragon Ball's story is like continuous, I've always likened it to like Marvel and DC here in America, where they started like in the 50s or the 60s or whatever, and they're still going on. But obviously, it's different because the continuity is rebooted like every 10 or 15 years. Yeah, so I don't know if Dragon Ball could do that, but at the moment right now, it's the closest thing to it, without a doubt. Yeah.
Yeah, well then again, there's also JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Like, it's rebooted itself. It rebooted itself. No one told it to do it.
Right.
How'd you feel about that here? I thought that was really weird.
I thought so too.
Starting over. Just like, I don't really get why. It was unnecessary.
I don't know. I guess he wanted to do a Western for some reason, but the thing is, even for a Western, he didn't go that far back.
I've heard Steel Ball Run is like the best part in JoJo.
I would say it's the best written part for sure, though.
Which one? Part 7?
Steel Ball Run?
Part 7.
Yeah, Part 7. I agree.
Yeah, it's the best written one for sure, but it's not my favorite though. Like, I could say that much.
Yeah, same. Part 7, I think is the best, but it's not my favorite yet.
So what's your favorite?
Doesn't have no Jotaro. That's
anything with Jotaro. Anything. I love fucking Jotaro.
Man. All about
exactly.
Yeah, man, it's like. Oh, actually, I don't think I told you this, but I should tell. Let me tell you guys. I found out something about Jonathan and Jotaro in their relation to Kenshiro. It's something simple. Like, it's unbelievable. If you think about it, Jonathan and Jotaro are both different halves of Kenshiro. Like, if you put those two characters together, you get Kenshiro. If you think about it, because Jonathan has a compassionate side, and Jotaro has his more angry side.
He's compassionate too.
Yeah, like the compassion and the anger, like Jonathan had the manly tears, he had the brave spirit and everything. Jotaro had the anger, the beatdowns, and the ferocity when he defeated enemies. So you put those two together, you make Kenshiro. They're half a Kenshiro.
Their character designs were a little similar.
Hokuto no Ken needs like a new anime series to reboot it, because I feel like it's like this really appreciated series, but I don't know if it has quite as much hype as it deserves. I think it needs it. I think it needs to get a reboot like Hunter x Hunter.
The anime.
I don't know, because for starters, I appreciate that. Well, I know Z seen Fist of North Star before I told him about it. Like, or I don't even know how he counted it, but I do appreciate that you guys like eventually saw Fist of North Star, because after I kept talking about it and talking about it and talking about it. But yeah, I can see what you mean, because it's definitely a classic that needs to be better known. But I don't know, it's a touchy subject, because it could use a reboot now, because it's been 20-some years already since the original anime, and then especially right now with JoJo coming out, like Fist of North Star will blend in nicely.
Sailor Moon even is getting a reboot. Why not? If Sailor Moon can get a reboot, why not Fist of the North Star?
Exactly.
It makes sense, and the animation's definitely dated. As much as I hate to admit it, it's definitely.
That was kind of my gripes with the. I don't want to call it a gripe, but like when DBZ Kai came out, I wanted it to be like completely reanimated instead of it being like recut.
You know what?
Right.
Yeah. I wish they had just kind of re-released it, like a whole new version of the same thing. Would have been what we wanted, but I was happy with what we got.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Same here. Yeah.
With I don't know, with Dragon Ball, I just think we're gonna get the same story. Well, it's kind of the same way how we feel with Hunter x Hunter right now. So
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the perfect Dragon Ball anime would be like Dragon Ball and Z put together without all that filler and slow pacing, completely.
Without the separation of titles either.
Not just Dragon Ball.
So just call it Dragon Ball, exactly. And
there's no Z.
and Saint Seiya.
Look at the manga. Like, if you look at the Dragon Ball manga, you can tell that the letter Z is like added into their volumes in the
they just did it to differentiate.
Yeah, but definitely Dragon Ball, Fist of North Star, Saint Seiya, like I feel like they need that Hunter
I don't know.
Dragon Ball needs another reboot. I mean.
Later, Kai.
I mean, Dragon Ball's gotten enough attention, all right? There's a lot of series. There are a lot of series. I mean, yes, in a perfect world, maybe they could do that. But there are so many other series that could use reboots.
Well,
Off the top of my head, D. Gray Man could use a reboot.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Soul Eater could use a reboot. That ending sucked ass.
I know. I'm not saying I want to reboot like right now. Like, of course we don't need it right now. Yeah, eventually, like 10 years or something, or 15 years or whatever. Yeah,
you know what?
I don't want it right now because I'm happy with
We need more of this.
Got the
We
movie.
need more of this, guys. More of this. More of this.
I like the movie. Movie was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like, if Fist of North Star came out like in JoJo style, honestly, it would be probably even more popular than what JoJo was when with the anime release, and it was got really hyped.
That's the thing, though. It's like, in like people that really appreciate it, you know, like older anime fans, they know. Like, it's one of those series that people know, they respect it, but nobody watches it. You know, I don't know what it is about that, but like, you're right.
Might be the animation.
Might be the animation, might be, but you know, people are spoiled. You know, it's not always about just the animation. Yeah. And to be completely
honest, but Merlin, you don't even understand. Like, I have subscribers that say that they don't want to watch, like, for example, they can't even touch series like Kenshin or Hakusho or Bebop. It feels outdated.
What? Yes.
Yeah, I swear to God, I have messages all the time. Like, I want to watch it, but the animation isn't. Because I mean, I think the kids are used to these kids nowadays. I'm sorry, I feel like an old man, but are used to this digital animation.
Animation, yep.
You know, they're not used to this the hand-drawn animation the way that it was done back then, and it looks ugly to them. I don't know how, but that's the only explanation I can think of.
I'll be honest. I've always preferred the grittier animation. I think it has more character. Yeah. But that's just me. I mean, I don't like everything being completely digitized and super colorful and vibrant. But
actually, yeah, I'm glad you brought up Kenshin because one of my favorite episodes of anime, like ever, like out of all the anime that I've watched, one of my favorite episodes ever was the episode where Kenshin learned the final attack, the Amakeku Ryu no Hirameki from Hiko. Yeah,
he's training with
Hiko. Yeah. That episode was just it was just incredible. The music, the pacing, the dialogue, like the animation, like everything about it was just like spot on. It was man.
Yeah, me loved that episode.
I love that episode.
Kenshin can use a reboot too. I would say that.
I want a Kenshin reboot done like the OVA style of Samurai X. That'd be fantastic.
That would be good.
I mean, look at this still shot. Like, this still shot's amazing, and it's from 1980. Look at it.
Look at that shading.
That's from
Ashita no Jojo. Oh, but actually, you know what's a piece of trivia?
That's not Rikishi?
No, it's not Rikishi.
It looks like Rikishi.
Yeah, that's
why it's brown. But anyways, you know what's a piece of trivia about Carlos?
What's that?
He's voiced by Frieza.
Oh, Ryusei Nakao voices?
Yeah, he voiced him in the part 2.
Oh, wow, I didn't know.
That's like the nicest voice I ever heard him do. Everything else, he sounds so evil.
I know, like, yeah, that's crazy. Huh.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Foss X, what anime we're excited for this winter?
Durarara
looking forward to Jojo.
Yeah,
Durarara 2.
Yeah, Durarara 2 and Jojo, yep.
Yeah.
I mean, Gintama, man. I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Gintama. Let's go.
So hyped.
I can't wait.
Actually, you know what I'm looking forward to, but it's in the spring? Lupin the Third. In April, man.
Lupin. I loved Lupin for such a long time, man. I didn't even know it was anime when I was first watching it, so it's a cool cartoon, man. This guy's running around, the samurai dude, and
Lupin is the one series that surprised me that I had in English though, because of how old it was.
Actually,
I feel like it's westernized. That's probably why it's more accessible because they're traveling to different locations around the world. It's not only set in Japan. The only really Japanese character we see, Lupin's Japanese, but I mean he's not really is Goemon. Goemon's the only really Japanese character in that show. Everyone else seems like they're European or something,
And that's only because he's a samurai. That's the only reason.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, like, look at this other still shot.
Nice.
Joe.
But Joe has his animation problems too,
Yeah,
but part 2 is amazing though. I guarantee you, like, Ashita no Joe part 2 is animation is a masterpiece.
I don't doubt it. But as bad, I mean, for the animation problems I had, even worse was the audio. Jesus Christ, that little girl! I wanted to strangle her. It sounded so bad. what did they record it? Like this piece of equipment right here is better than the freaking mics that they used back in whatever the 1980s.
The old school like Japanese anime, a lot of the audio was recorded in mono, so it's like a totally different frequency.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why it sounds a lot more like an annoying pitch.
No, but that character was annoying as shit. God, that little girl.
Not annoying to sleep though.
Yeah, was it?
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. She's getting.
You don't know.
She's almost Keen level. I don't know.
Keen.
Oh,
Can level.
I wonder if that trope in anime will ever be destroyed. The female screaming the main character's name.
No, that's gonna be a staple.
It'll never die. Like even now, like.
I mean, if they scream the name enough, they'll do something here. So it'll change, have some effect.
It only never dies. Okay, I got this last one to show you. I mean, look at this one. Look at this one. This is boss as fuck. Look at that.
That looks pretty cool.
I pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that. It's like Jose Mendoza, Mexico, represent.
All right, Hiro. Since you're talking about Joe, I have a quick question for you. Would you put it ahead of Hajime no Ippo?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, that's because the character, the story and the characters are just a lot more impactful than Ippo's. Because I'm not gonna say Ippo's bad or anything. It's just that there's a lot more drama at stake in the Joe series. There's so much to lose in that series.
Interesting.
I'd love to see Jose Mendoza versus Ricardo Martinez. That would be fight of the Mexicans.
That'd be awesome.
Why are Mexican boxers so OP in manga, man?
I know.
They are.
It's like what's his name? Kimura said they got the extended lefts, the jabs. They got the far reach.
That Martinez fight against Date was so amazing, man.
Yeah.
So good. So good.
It is.
Oh.
Dude, I feel bad for Date.
I want to love Ippo. It's just I hate Ippo so much. And I don't know why. I just don't like Ippo.
Because he's not an asshole like Joe, that's why.
So typical.
Because Joe's an asshole.
Typical character. Oh, I just don't like him. You
don't like main characters much, do you?
Dude, it's
just not
Takamura.
Like there are some main characters that like just not Ippo.
Well, like two.
Depends on the series. But yeah, I generally don't like a lot of certain main characters. That's true.
Oh, actually, let me ask you a question, Zoro. Who do you like more, Joe or Rikishi?
That's tough. It's kind of hard to like Joe at first, where I am, because he's still a pretty big asshole.
He is an asshole.
Even in this fight with Rikishi, spoiler, he uses like right before he leaves the prison, he uses the gloves with the rocks in it. Like that's a fucking dick. You don't do that. Like fuck you, man.
Yeah.
He's an asshole. So Rikishi, all his faults. He's awesome. He's a badass. He doesn't need to prove himself. He doesn't need to like stand up and like shout and be a loud, obnoxious piece of shit to get attention. He just is what he is. He's a badass. He's a cool dude.
You know all you need to do to sum up his recognition in the badass of Rikishi?
What's that?
Trumpets.
that song that when Rikishi plays. Oh, it's so good.
It's like even in the first scene he comes out, he's riding a bicycle. How badass can you walk on a ride a bicycle and still look amazing, man? He just comes in like looking at Joe like, yeah, Joe.
Actually, what Zoro said is how I feel about Seiya and Ikki. Because Seiya is more like showy, and Ikki, he just shows up and doesn't really need to do anything. He just, I'm badass. You're fucked. That's it.
Phoenix, Ikki.
But Rikishi has a sensitive side too. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not all. I like him. He's more balanced right now. And I don't know.
Well,
and he can't even put Joe on his ass.
Like what's going on right now in Joe?
I think he just left the prison. I think, or maybe a little bit after. I think right after that. I think after that. So I'm not that far in.
Oh, has Joe got his license yet for boxing, or?
No, I don't think so.
No. Okay. Well, you still got like a little more Joe scenes and then the big Rikishi moments. Because after a while, like even the credits song. After a while, the credits song changes to a Rikishi theme.
That's Rikishi, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Really great.
All that thing's amazing. Ricochet.
Yeah. I gotta watch some more Joe, man. It's just really, really good. But we only talk about a couple sports anime that we enjoy. Is there any other sports anime you feel like doesn't get like recognition to the degree of an Ippo or Ashita no Joe or maybe some of the other more recognized series?
Well,
I haven't dived into much sports, so I can't answer.
I mean, Zoro knows what I'm about to say. It's a classic, and the anime is kind of it's kind of not as well received as the manga because Toei just had a knack for putting filler in all their shonen adaptations at that time. But yeah, I'm gonna say Slam Dunk.
I knew that was coming. I just knew it.
Yep.
I knew it. But I can't say that Slam Dunk is underrated though. I think it's pretty well received by most people that read the manga. You know, it was very popular in its time. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, I only meant the anime. I mean, I know the manga.
The anime,
yeah,
definitely the anime.
Yeah, I was just talking about the anime.
And I mean, the anime is fine enough. I mean, it has its issues, but and then the ending, that's kind of it's kind of you don't. Why did they do that? But yeah, the anime is fine.
Yeah.
So they don't seem to like having like tragic endings for their incomplete stuff or something.
Yeah. Toei back then was just like I'm just thinking about like all the series they did, like Dragon Ball, Saint Seiya, Fist of the North Star, Slam Dunk, Sailor Moon, like just like comparing them to like their manga counterparts. There was a lot of like filler when you think.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of changes. You know what I'm always curious about, Black Z? Like, what if JoJo got an anime back then and it was done by Toei? That's what I'm so curious about.
Yeah, I mean,
like how would JoJo?
I'm sure
all that stuff because it would have been it would have had a movie for sure, and that's what makes it curious. Like, what kind of storyline would they do? Would they actually get like the Joe stars together, regardless of time continuity, and make a movie out of it? Because that's what I'm so curious. If Toei got JoJo back then, it would have been a much different series.
Right. Like I'm sure I would have liked it. Like a lot of the voice actors that I like in the 5 that I listed, like they usually like make cameo appearances as some other character.
Yeah. It's like it's the 80s, 90s cast of.
Right. So I'm sure I would have loved it. But I like now that we're in 2014, I don't know if I can like go through the entire series with all that slow pacing and filler in like every single one of those.
That is tough to do again.
I could, but I usually skim over it sometimes.
yeah. Like I just can't do it now.
Yeah, because like Fist of North Star does have like a lot of the. It's mostly the beginning that bothers me more than anything. No. The 5 Chariots arc. The 5 Chariots arc. That filler like bothered me so much.
Yeah. Actually, Zoro, the guy who voices Sakuragi in Slam Dunk, he did Future and Kid Trunks in DBZ.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, they always jump place to place. I mean, like fucking Kenjo's voice actor, he voiced like a bunch of shonen main characters. He voiced Kinniku, man. He voiced Ryu Saiba. There was Kenshiro, and then there was what am I forgetting? I'm forgetting a big one.
The sheep from Ringing, though. There you go.
Well, yeah, but that's also the one I was thinking about. But the point is, he voiced 3 main. Think about that. There's one actor that voiced 3 main heroes of Shonen Jump. That is a big deal. I mean, Kinniku, Ryu Saiba, and Kenshiro. It's like, wow.
As far as like the DBZ sub, I've watched bits and pieces here, but I'm very close-minded. I can't get over that Goku voice, man.
You can't do it.
I can't do it.
I was thinking of making a video on that because
so bad.
I was trying to like compare Goku's voice to like the main criticism is that he either sounds like a kid or an old woman. So I was just thinking of taking clips from like Gon or whatever and comparing it to Goku's voice, because I can understand that people won't get into it because they've been exposed to the dub first, and
that's the thing. That's the main thing.
Yeah. Like, but
and Gon is not a grown man. That's another thing.
Right.
Gon's a little kid.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is that, like, in terms of just the voice acting, though, like the original dub for the English dub was, like, for Dragon Ball Z and for Hunter x Hunter too, the dubs, the English dub voice acting was questionable at best.
Yeah, I don't want to get into DBZ dubs, especially. Like, I could rant forever on that.
Like, I mean,
I'm not gonna do that.
I think
Don't get them started.
they've gotten better. Like, I think the Kai
Yeah.
dub is very good.
Yeah, I love the Kai dub. See, the problem with DBZ's dub is that I never hated the sound of the characters' voices.
The dialogue was terrible.
Yeah,
Dialogue, yeah.
it was the script and it was the emotion that they put behind their voices. But see, when I watched Masako Nozawa voice Goku, who's had like decades of experiencing of
She does have a lot of
experience
She does
voicing
have a lot.
characters. Yeah. Like I don't hear like a kid or an old or even an old woman when I hear Goku in Japanese. Like,
Honestly, it takes
That's-
getting used to. It does.
That it does.
It's a very different atmosphere, but that's the way it is with a lot of the older dubs, especially. They sound very different. I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of the older subbed, like with the Japanese voice actor, I feel like a lot of the older series had characters voiced by older people. Have you guys noticed that?
Grown ass men. I mean, look at Fist and North Star is probably the best example. All of them are like fucking like men in their 30s or something.
Yeah, like they're all like nowadays like we aim for much younger sounding voices, but back then it was just much deeper. I noticed.
You know, well, here's one good example. Here's one good example. Like this is Fist and North Star again. Okay, you know how thugs sound like in the 80s show? There's a certain type of voice that all sound like tough and everything.
Yeah.
If you listen to that and you listen to Legends of Dark King in Japanese, you'll notice that all the thugs sound like really young. There's like a big difference in time.
Yeah, the Legends of the Dark King was a.
Well, because in the prequel, Rao killed all the young guys, and then when the regular show came out, there's only old people left.
all the manly people were taken down. That's all that left. Was the chumps. The chumps were all that was left over. Good point.
But I wanted to ask you, Zora, was your problem with Goku's voice the screaming, or was it just even when she talked normally as Goku?
The screaming doesn't help.
The screaming is the worst part.
Yeah. See,
Like, oh God, shut up! It's just, yeah, the comment. It's a lot of factors. Like I said before, the little voice in a grown man's body doesn't fit. The fact that I was exposed to Goku's voice a certain way, Sean Schemmel, for such a long time, and then being brought into that, it just doesn't work. And I mean, there's some things where I've watched a dub and then I've gone back and watched a sub and it works because I just can't do it with Goku's voice for some reason. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, she doesn't do a bad job given the circumstances, and I understand the fact that she was Kid Goku and then just kept going with it, right?
Yeah.
But it just I don't know. It's
understandable.
It bothers me.
I get it. Yeah. Like I don't want to come across like I'm going on here.
You don't appreciate the real voice. You know the real thing.
Listen, I know. I'm not saying you did a bad job. I just doesn't work for me.
I know. I'm not. Yeah. I feel
I'm respected for a reason.
Though it's kind of trippy when you think about it. Goku is actually an old woman pretending to be a little boy.
Then a grown man.
Inside a grown man.
It was interesting because even when you turn into an adult, because Toriyama he personally chose her as Goku and then the girl who does Luffy and Koenma as Krillin. So it was like those were the only two that he chose, huh?
Yeah, Krillin and Goku.
The actress that does Luffy does a great job.
Yeah,
she does.
Yeah.
She's a really good actress, like voice actress, like really good. Yeah. Like that works. Like old woman in a young man's body, I wouldn't think it would, but with Luffy somehow it works. I don't know. She does a great job.
It's kind of weird because a lot of the Japanese a lot of the Japanese voice, oh my god, let me just start over again. A lot of the male characters are voiced by women in Japan. I mean, look, that's where they open a woman. Like Luffy, a woman.
Right,
like,
these are all teenager characters mostly. You know.
Yeah. The only
shonen protagonists.
Right. The only other adult character that besides Goku that's been voiced by a woman that I can think of is Kenshin.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
Kenshin's very by shonen though.
So,
Yeah. He has that advantage.
Very feminine, so.
well, he was originally supposed to be a woman anyway, so that works.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, he was?
He was? I didn't know that.
Yeah. The
know
original
that.
plan was Kenshin was supposed to be a woman. Yeah.
My god.
Which makes sense by the time,
Makes the Kaoru relationship a little bit awkward though.
No, awkward. What about interesting?
Oh, very interesting. Yes.
Dude, Masawa's about to be 80 actually this coming year. It's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's gonna have
And it just reminded me of all the voice actors just passed away. I mean, the Rao's actor, Rikishi's actor also went
Right.
away.
Actually, Sensui's voice actor passed away last month.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I'm talking about the sub, not the.
Yeah, I know. You're
Yeah,
talking about
yeah,
Japanese because I know Robert McCollum is still around.
No, but that's still pretty crazy though.
That sucks.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a whole generation of people. Dude, I'll be destroyed. I'll probably be crying manly tears if Kensho's voice actor passes away.
I'm probably gonna feel very sad when Goku and Vegeta and Piccolo is like, oh man, that'd be a very sad day for me, for sure.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you got quite an attachment to those people that brought those great characters to life that impacted your life so much. I mean, it's true. It's true.
Yeah, can you imagine like Sean Schemmel like not doing Goku or Chris Sabat not doing Vegeta? Oh man,
That would just be wrong.
Maybe a bit morbid, but I think about this every once in a while. Not only with voice actors, but like regular actors too. Like I thought the other day, just randomly in my head, it's gonna be a fucking sad day when Bill Murray dies. I'm gonna be so sad. How sad? I'm gonna cry all day when Bill Murray dies. Like that, I love that man. Like, and it's like he's old as fuck. He's gonna happen sometime.
Yeah.
It's just these thoughts pop into my head. I know it's morbid and weird, but
there's a lot of great old actors that are like a lot of my favorite actors are really old guys, and just like that's kind of unfortunate.
Like when De Niro dies and
Anthony Hopkins, man.
Dude, you know what would destroy me from American voice actors? I mean, imagine Kevin Conroy or Mark Hamill.
Oh no.
wow.
I mean, that'd be destroying my childhood right there. I mean, it's like Batman died.
Look, if Kevin
Ever
Conroy
since it died,
died, it would mean that Batman and the Joker were dead forever.
I mean, who did they have voicing Joker now? Troy Baker, right? So.
Yeah, Troy Baker, but even he's trying to imitate Mark Hamill's performance. Ryan on Mac.
Well, you're trying to fill big shoes. You might as well stick with the formula that works, right?
Exactly.
You know, that's the thing that kind of interests me. Like, if you take well, let's just use Scooby-Doo for an example. Like, they keep trying to imitate the same voices. Same thing goes with Looney Tunes characters. They try to imitate that same exact voice.
I mean, it's understandable. Those characters have been the same voice for how long? Like, you know what I'm saying? There's such a that voice is just so synonymous with that character that if you were to change it now, it just wouldn't feel the same.
Like if Mickey Mouse's voice randomly changed, people would be like,
exactly.
Like, hey guys, I'm Mickey. How's it going? Like, whoa.
Bitch.
Can you imagine?
It worked, dude.
Can you imagine Mario's voice being different?
Oh, Charles Martin.
Stereotype.
No, I was saying Mario. Can you imagine his voice being different? Oh,
That guy's awesome. The Mario guy.
Yeah.
Charles.
Yeah, Charles and Martinet or something.
Though
like
I'm
that.
pretty sure his voice wouldn't be that hard to imitate, though. You know.
Everybody can do it, you know?
I'm going to say the princess.
Especially the
Really
Italian
racist
guy.
Italian voice. Is that what Japan thinks of us? Not Japan. They were going around stealing gold coins from people.
You Italians are
Jumping
thieves.
around like
Jumping, killing turtles, man.
taking mushrooms and shit. Is that what you think?
By the way, I
Is that
hear
weird?
that video was awesome, man. It was awesome. Video that was fantastic. Luigi's Kamehameha. Epic.
Oh, that thing! You saw that? You saw the Jordan pose also.
That was amazing.
Oh yeah, the Jojo pose.
Luigi did a Jordan pose.
Yeah, that was great. That was great.
That was
Very good.
It just shows that JoJo's getting mainstream. It just is.
That's good.
Yeah, those guys did a really funny link rap. Also, it was hilarious. It was so funny.
Actually, I like the Ryu and Ken instrumental. Like that.
The battle rap thing.
Yeah, but the instrumental for that.
I'm pretty sure they
thing
came out
is
with an
amazing.
entire album.
Do that shit. It's like yeah, I found it online, well, on YouTube. But the thing is that the instrumental for the Ryu and Ken rap, that is almost like a triumphant song, really. Like I would say it's addicting as like Guile's theme, that kind of stuff.
Lost
Lost in translation. Nice.
Speaking about Street Fighter, did you guys see the Street Fighter 5 trailer?
No.
No.
There's a Street
I'm
Fighter.
assuming
5
there were people on the street fighting.
Yes.
Really? There might have been a Shoryuken in there. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I'd imagine.
It was I mean, not too much has been shown. It was only like Ryu versus Chun-Li. So.
Only.
I've been playing Street Fighter for like 10 years, and I still can't pronounce the spinning whirlwind kick technique. Hatsu Hetsuken. I can't.
I
do it.
I can't play Street Fighter because I just don't. I don't like the fighting. I can't do a Hadouken.
Can't do combos. Can't do the quarter circles.
It's down, right, freaking. It's very simple to do Hadouken.
Listen, man,
You're just a
listen.
Mortal Kombat guy, essentially.
I got Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I got the Street Fighters, and I try Hadouken, and I can't do it. I fucking can't do it.
That's just a game, man.
I suck at Street Fighter games too, man.
Well, I think, although the thing is, everybody sucks at fighting games. Don't let anybody tell you wrong. Everybody sucks.
Hey, man.
I know some people who are like really into like playing fighting games and just go crazy with it, man. I mean, it's insane. Like they want to be top 100 in the world, in fighting games. Like, chill, bro. It's not that serious. Though I'm a fan of the Soul Calibur series. I really enjoy the games.
Soul Calibur's pretty good.
Like the story sucks ass, but the fighting mechanics are fun. Like I really enjoy them.
True.
Because you have weapons. There's no other games that really do that. Like when it comes to fighting, really like that. So yeah, I enjoy it.
Honestly, it's got probably the coolest designs too. Honestly.
Yeah, it looks nice, and they have some nice features like the character creation. You can make anything. Like you can make Sephiroth, you can make Luffy, you can make basically any character you want. The character creation in that game is ridiculous. How like in depth it is with the characters you can create. It's really cool. But
Nice.
But yeah. But the story sucks so much. Like, just if they made a decent story, that game would be fantastic. Like, just a decent story.
There can be good stories in fighting games. They're just kind of
God, it's so bad.
Oh yeah.
They don't care anymore. They just don't care anymore. They're like, we know you bought this game for just the multiplayer, so we're just gonna piss on a paper, and that's gonna be the story.
Right.
Basically, that's pretty
Mortal Kombat and Injustice had good stories though. for fighting.
Yeah, actually, yeah, that Injustice wasn't too bad.
Fair enough.
But then again, that's also DC inspired, so you'd hope they can write something.
Exactly.
You'd hope.
Yeah. That's already established storylines they can go with,
Mhm.
anything. So not that hard. But
I know this is old news, but I really want to play the J-Stars game so bad.
You're not alone, man. That's so
well, the
awesome.
new one's coming out, so you get a chance.
Yeah, I know, because I really want to play Kench. I want to be Kench.
You want to be
Don't you have Ken's Rage, Hero? Don't you have
Yeah, but
Ken's
this is
Rage?
different. With Kench, yeah, but with J-Stars Kenshiro, I could team up with other characters.
you can punch.
I could have
Naruto in the
Kenshiro.
face.
I got my.
I could have Kenshiro, Toriko, and like Jonathan or Momotaro all in one team, man. It's like imagine
That's true. That is pretty cool.
it's like a manly trio.
Yeah, it's pretty manly.
Fortunately, I get the Xbox.
Or better yet, you know what would be amazing too? Like you could have Rao, Zebra, and Toguro, or something like that, man.
Whoa,
You know?
It's true.
that's
Forehead team.
Way
The
too dark.
forehead team.
No. It's the collarbone. Remember?
The collarbone. Oh,
Ugh.
the fucked up faces team, yo. It's just like
See, I
The ugly fuck team.
I don't know. It's like going with those shades. He was looking alright with the high top fade. He was doing alright.
Actually, I don't know. When he took him off, he looked like a completely different person.
dude,
True.
Toguro, like, especially in the manga, it's just so grotesque when he goes 100%.
Yeah,
Dude,
man.
he was vomiting and shit, man.
Well,
And
it just goes to
ugly
show that
Like rubberish. Man.
evil inside is very ugly.
You see, I would get J-Stars. I mean, if not for Goku and Yusuke, but I already got my Metal Gear Solid 5 and Dragon Ball Xenoverse already pre-ordered, so.
Oh, what? Whoa! Universe?
Xenoverse, you mean?
Oh, you haven't been keeping up with the new game, Xenoverse?
Wait. What? Explain to me exactly what it is, though.
Okay, Dragon Ball Xenoverse is the newest DBZ game coming out, basically, and it's being helmed by the guys who did the Budokai series, so Budokai 3, and the Shin Budokai series for the PSP, and Burst Limit.
Of course.
Yeah, so, but the interesting thing is that the story mode is going to be different. Basically, they're taking elements from Dragon Ball Online, which was an MMORPG that Toriyama, he supervised the plot and all that. And
I that's really I didn't understand. I've been waiting to come over here actually. Like I heard it's actually canon because Toriyama's directly involved, and I heard it's pretty popular over there in like Korea.
yeah,
Why aren't we getting that over here? I would. Honestly, I don't even like MMOs. I don't like MMOs, but I would play that. I would.
And they would need American servers, right?
yeah, and that's the problem. The servers were shut down in 2010.
Why?
I don't get.
There wasn't. I don't think like a specific reason was out there. I think the game just lost popularity. I guess. I don't know.
I thought people were still playing it.
There is an English RIP beta or a bootleg version, a cracked version out there, but that has their like that's not like an official server, you know.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That really
If we can't even get a fucking Dragon Ball MMO to come into America, now never getting that One Piece one. It's not
One
happening.
Piece one looked awesome too.
One Piece one would be sick. Oh, man. Dude, can you just imagine like you eat what fruit you want to eat? Oh, man.
There's so many things you can do with that world. It's just ridiculous.
Ridiculous, yeah.
So many choices, so much exploration, and they just right there. Just make the money. I have money. Just take it. Just
Take our money.
Take it. Alright? Seriously, like it would be so amazing.
No, didn't you want to like start like a petition to get that like over here or something?
I don't know why I even tried.
I remember that. Like, remember like that was like a year ago. You were like, yeah, man, let's get it all like.
Hey, at least you tried.
I was fired up at that time, and we had a bunch of people that were like, yeah, let's do it, and it was just like it's not gonna happen.
Didn't happen.
I got smacked in the face with the reality.
Well,
At least you tried.
at least you got plenty of anime still coming your way.
That's true. That's true. But
Yeah.
you got your Dragon Ball, so we're all happy. We're all getting our.
No, everybody's happy. I'm just
Everybody's
saying,
getting their anime, man.
Yeah, but you,
Why does
Yeah,
anime
but-
ever end? Fuck it. No anime should ever end, man. Let's
You
just
know-
keep having it go on forever. You know?
Some
Why
anime
not?
do end though.
here's the thing. I wish I
Sad,
could be
sad.
happy. I wish I could be happy, but I'm not getting no Fist Star North Star manga over here. I mean, come on.
Tetsuo Hara.
Yeah,
You think he'll write another this manga?
I don't think so.
I doubt that.
They haven't. Like,
You know what? You know what would make me really happy though?
what?
If Togashi would just stop whatever he's doing and just write his series. He doesn't have to draw it. He can get somebody else to
Oh,
draw
on the
it.
J room, they had this post about like each year from like 1995, like the percentage of weeks he was missing.
Oh.
It was hilarious how ridiculous the number was each year, like 45%, 60%, 80% hiatus weeks. It's so good. I wonder if I can find it. You can
You
continue the
should find it.
conversation.
It's like, I do like that show, but I think I'm gonna die before it ends.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm serious. I think so. I mean, or he's gonna die
But
before it ends.
Togashi's gonna die. Exactly.
yeah.
It's like, oh, you know what? Oh, guess what? We're finally gonna, re-meet up with the Phantom group, and
Phantom Troop. Not the group.
Yeah.
we're the group though.
Yeah, I know. We're the
Togashi.
We're gonna get we're gonna get interjected. We're gonna be in there, and then
Oh,
He should
We'll take
should
it over, man.
yeah, like I mean it's been a problem for him for 10 years now, ever since 2005. So
I mean, it's still going. It still has fans, but like literally, it's gonna be another 10 years. They're gonna like catch up on all the new ones of another anime, and then people can be like, oh, which one's better, Hunter x Hunter 99, 2011, or 2025? And then they'll be like, oh, and then it'll stop again. And,
oh, that's
Oh my god, man! I mean, but 10 years—that's an anniversary date. You don't.
yeah, that's
No.
well, you know what? At least he had his game together back with Hakusho. That's still a staple.
Yeah, see, it was interesting because I'm actually in the works of doing a Hakusho video at the moment, but
You would be.
Togashi was, yeah, I would be. Togashi was actually sick when he was writing the Chapter Black arc, and that's
What?
and that was arguably the best arc in the entire series.
So you know what that just says to me? That just says to me he's really just slacking. There's no excuse. I don't think he likes Hunter x Hunter. He just doesn't like it anymore. He got bored of it. Like, I guess I'll keep pumping out chapters to make money. Why not? In all seriousness though, whatever.
You would think he would care, considering it's a dark continent. You know what I'm saying? This is the time that this is a new adventure for your story,
Well,
and it
I
just
don't
doesn't
know.
give a shit.
Well, you know what? He can
Back-
do whatever
back-
he wants. It's his story, but I'm just saying I'd like to get some more consistency. Yeah, I don't know.
to be fair to him though, he did just have back surgery, so it's not like he just took off like
I know.
some of the other hiatuses. So I'll cut him some slack for that.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not really that kind of guy, but the truth is he's been slack. He's been having a lot of breaks over the last decade or so.
Here it is. Yes,
Hold on,
here it is right here. This is since 1998. The X's are the weeks that he appeared in Jump. The circles are the hiatuses. 1998, he 8% of the time he was on hiatus. 1999, 31% of the time he's on hiatus. 2000, 27%. The 2001, 33, 37, 20, 53%, 35%. Then in 2006, went up to 91%.
Nice.
2007, 83%. 2008,
Okay.
58, 95, 58, 66, 70, and then 2013, 95%. So
Damn.
Really like all over the place with his wow.
super hiatus status. Like,
Super hiatus.
Super
status.
hiatus.
he's super hiatus man.
Wow, that's
Just
something.
think about that. Just think about that. Look at all these circles. Look at
Oh.
these fucking circles. You can't make excuses for all these circles.
It's crazy.
Hey man, he's banging his Sailor Moon wife. What can you say?
Hey, you know what?
Right.
You know what though? She completed her stuff.
That's true. That's true. She should just continue for him if he's gonna be lazy about shit. You know.
You know what? That's what she should. That's what they should do. He should give it to her.
Or anybody else that's willing to actually move the plot forward and
Yeah.
maybe, preferably, somebody that can actually draw.
Well, no,
Really well.
So
yeah.
now you're oh my god.
I'm sorry. As long as Togashi can advise, tell him the story, and then have somebody draw it for him, that'd
Yeah.
be the best.
Hey, there are teams. There are great teams right here. You know, of like
If
authors.
Togashi wrote a novel, that would be the best fucking novel. You know what I'm saying? He's just,
I agree.
Yeah.
you know, just the art's not there the whole time.
All right, guys. Well, it's getting late. I got to work tomorrow, but we can wrap it up. Yeah, I'll be probably doing some more streams like this. I'm going to try and do them weekly. Just kind of touch up on some news and stuff on various topics. So I'll probably bring in the new year with that. I've got a couple big videos. I'm going to have the Q&A, so if you haven't sent any other questions, send them in. I'm going to do a big video. I'm also going to do a thank you to all these guys here and a lot of other people. I'm going to do some commemorative videos. I'm going to do a specific top 10 sort of video, which is going to be monumental. And yeah, so yeah, thanks everybody for showing up and commenting and sticking with me. And yeah, it's got more great videos coming up. So yeah, thanks guys.
No problem.